Police are moving fast on leads. Eyewitness News reporter Rich Van Wyk spoke with one of the people questioned by police today, and he joins us now from near the crime scene. Rich?
John, at the crime scene today, we learned just how difficult it was for the killer and their victims to get to this remote area. It's steep, it's treacherous, it's difficult. We also learned more about why police want to talk specifically to one man who was in the same area as these girls roughly about the time they disappeared. The crime scene is serene and isolated. Hard to reach, hard to leave, making it almost hard to believe such a horrible crime occurred here.
It's just hard to comprehend as to what's happened here.
Ron Logan has owned and roamed these woods for 50 years. Through the trees, he pointed to the now infamous Monon High Bridge.
At the end of the bridge there is where their last photographs were taken.
By Libby of her friend Abby. The Monday afternoon, they disappeared. They were about half a mile away from where searchers found their bodies. It's a half mile of steep hills, high bluffs, and deep ravines.
No, it's not an easy trip. And I'm quite amazed anybody knows how to get here.
Investigators say they've identified almost everyone in the area when the girls disappeared, except this man, photographed on the same bridge the girls visited. Since releasing the photo, they've received hundreds of tips.
Did he see somebody else that maybe some of the others didn't see? And so we just basically want to talk to him just to see what information he's got for us.
James Lucas says police also asked to speak with him.
It was scary. I never expected it.
So if you can group up like...
Lucas says he was one of the hundreds of searchers. Police asked him a few questions, checked his phone, then let him go.
They said if they need me later, they would get a hold of me.
All while a community is coming to grips with the horror of what occurred here.
Two young kids playing, you know, thinking of having a wonderful day, Valentine's Day, and ends up in one of the largest tragedies in Carroll County history.
In your backyard?
In my backyard. Yeah, it's a big thought. Okay. Not a good one.
Here's a good thought. Police told me that they believe they are very confident they can solve this case. They're not saying who took that picture of the man on that bridge. They are saying, though, they've received more than 200 tips so far as to who he might be. They're checking them out.
Try to imagine who could ever do that, who could ever order those girls down the slope to kill them. It just, I cannot believe that. It's just beyond, who would do that? Who? How?
That is what investigators are asking as well.
For your help to find the man who robbed a gas station at gunpoint this morning right across the street from the Carroll County Sheriff's Office. It happened around 5 at the Sunoco on Main Street. Police say he took all the money in the cash register, plus cigarettes and the gas station's phone as he left and then rode away on a bicycle. Gas station owner Paul Singh says even with a strong police presence in the area, this Sunoco has been robbed 3 times.
Everything was okay for a while, and this just really shocked me.
Singh says in 2011, one of his employees was stabbed during an armed robbery. That employee survived, and the robber was convicted. Singh says he hopes the same thing happens to the man responsible for today's robbery.
They'll be working on the historic trails of Delphi for 8 weeks. But why there?
This is the Baum's Landing site, which is an early farmstead that was owned by Daniel Baum, who was one of the pioneering families of Carroll County.
Christopher Moore is the anthropology chair for UND and grew up in Carroll County.
The earliest court proceedings in Carroll County were conducted in Baum's house. The earliest store in Carroll County was in one of Baum's buildings. So this was one of the major contact points for any early families coming into this area in the 1820s and 1830s.
Moore says this will probably be the last year they come to the site. They don't want to dig up too much of the area.
Our major goal is to locate as much evidence of the Baum occupation as we can so we can start to learn a little bit more about the Baum family and by extension those early pioneering families throughout the county and ultimately the state.